Under surveillance this morning, the White House buys some time.
The president will also sign an executive order delaying the July 9th deadline to August 1st. So the reciprocal tariff rate, or these new rates that will be provided in this correspondence to these foreign leaders.
All of those, to understand you correctly, are now deferred to August 1st, right?
Correct. There will be additional letters in the coming days. He is literally looking at the map and looking at every country on the planet and seeing where they are ripping off the American people.
So here's the latest. The White House confirming that President Trump delayed increasing duties on key trade partners until August 1, but threatened new tariff rates on countries including Japan and South Korea. Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall joins us now from Washington for more. So Tyler, explain the difference between what we heard yesterday and what we saw on April 2nd.
Yeah, hey, John, good morning. Well, by and large, the tariff rates that were outlined in these letters to more than a dozen countries were basically in line with what we saw on April 2nd. Some were marginally higher, Japan, for example, by 1 percentage point, but many were the same, including South Korea, as well as Indonesia and South Africa. It is worth pointing out that some were actually pretty lower, including Laos and Cambodia, the latter of which saw the largest drop from 49 to 36% when it comes to threatened tariffs. Now, we're really going to be watching to see if more countries come into this picture and if their rates change in a meaningful way. Bloomberg Economics says that this initial wave of tariff letters, these countries account for about 15% of U.S. imports. So there's still a lot of other trading partners out there. And you heard the White House press secretary indicate that there could be some more letters going forward here. Now, some of the things that we are watching when it does come to potentially how these tariffs could ramp up is that all of these letters had a few different consistencies. One is that President Trump threatened that there could be higher tariffs if there are transshipments of goods. Of course, big questions here going forward about how that could be enforced. And then the second is any sort of retaliation. John, President Trump said that the U.S. will just slap on an identical rate if any country does retaliate in response to these letters.